best thing I never saw coming.
Funny how things work out.
I'm glad you came in. I've been worried about you.
Because the unthinkable happened? Brooks without a man?
He came home to be with you. Didn't work out that way.
I guess destiny works both ways. There's something I need to learn from all of this. How to define myself without a man. You, Bill, Ridge, among others. Not even sure I know who I am anymore. Or if I ever did.
You are uniquely Brooke. Beautiful inside and out. One of the most wonderful human beings I've ever known.
Oh, Eric.
Come here.
Hey, have you talked to Mom today?
Not yet. Something I should know about?
She went out last night. She hasn't been around this morning.
Should I be worried?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Well, Mom said not to, that she was headed towards a dark place. She needed to put the brakes on. There's really no reason to worry, right?
I'm not sure. She's been going through so much lately.
We'll be vigilant. We'll keep an eye out. We'll be there if she needs us.
More like when she needs us. Ridge is with Katie. How is she gonna get past that?
Hope, I think we need to take Mom at her word. If she says she's okay, we need to be there for her.
You're right. You're right. Brooke Logan bends, but she does not break. Are we too early?
No, come in. We're just waiting for this mysterious meeting to start.
Any idea why Ridge called it?
You're his right-hand man. He didn't tell you?
Management. That's all he said.
Bad news?
Could be.
What's going on?
Rich doesn't like any of the New Hope for the Future shots.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want some breakfast?
No, I would love to have breakfast, but I gotta go to this meeting. Oh, man. And now I wish I hadn't called it. I'd rather spend all day in bed with you.
Well, that can be arranged.
Yeah? My people should call your people.
I think the more direct approach works best.
I should call your people.
No, like this. You're really here.
Get used to it. What?
Brooke's not gonna give up, you know that.
She's gonna have to. I'm exactly who I want to be. She's my past. She's gonna have to accept that.
I don't need a man in my life. Without one, it might be a very refreshing change. Think of all the time I'll get back. All the energy I can redirect into my children, into RJ. Poor kid. He was really disappointed when this happened. Tried not to show it.
I don't get Ridge. What is it that he thinks he wants that he thinks he can't get from you?
You'll have to ask him.
I will. I mean, I understand he's upset about your relationship with Bill and how it affected Katie, but for him to be so unforgiving, to slam the door on your marriage like this?
He's made his decision, and I'm sure he has his reasons, and I have to learn how to accept it. I need to just move on with my life and value myself. Look at my sister Donna. She's fine. She's figured out how to be alone. I mean, I'm sure she could be persuaded otherwise.
Donna is wonderful.
The point is, I don't need a man to be happy, and I should have figured that out a long time ago.
And Bill?
He wants to be with me, but I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about him. I don't want to think about Ridge. I just want to focus on my life. I want to focus on making myself a better person, a better mother, being more involved at work, being a productive part of Forrester Creations again.
I would welcome that.
I heard there's a meeting scheduled. Could I sit in?
Of course.
I'm going to change, Eric. You'll see.
That glow. Wow, I should have worn my sunglasses. It's almost painful to look. Oh, Donna, I'm so happy. Because of Ridge. Yeah, I mean, he's changed everything. This house, for example. You know, I mean, I used to wander around after I would put Will down, and it never felt like my home. And I thought, we're gonna have to move. We can't stay in this big, empty, cold house. And now it's anything but. You know, it's full of laughter and fun and sport. He supports me. He trusts me. He respects me. And God, that feels so good. I'm thrilled for you. I am. It's just a little weird to me that you're finding this with Ridge.
Because he was always supposed to be Brooke's destiny.
Well, yeah.
Well, I've learned that fate doesn't move in a straight line. You know, you meet someone and you're with them for a while and you grow and you change and you learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn and then you move on to where you're supposed to be.
So that's what's happening.
I never wanted to be happy at Brooke's expense. She's my sister and I do love her, but choices were made. And those choices have changed our lives forever. Those choices have consequences. Things are different now. And we're just gonna have to adjust.
Good morning, beautiful.
Well, aren't you all chipper and ready?
It's a brand new day on all fronts.
Okay. Everything's ready for the meeting.
Oh, something occurred to me. We don't tell you enough how invaluable you are around here.
You are in a good mood. Can I have a raise?
It's already done. Do me a favor, get Oliver. I want him in that meeting as well.
Okay.
I don't get it. What's not to like? The shots are fantastic.
Not according to Ridge.
What's he objecting to?
Out of sync with the image Forrester wants to project. Static. Poppy, what does that even mean?
I have no idea.
Doesn't bode well for my longevity around here.
Okay, perspective. Not liking one photo shoot does not have to translate to you're fired.
Oh, Oliver, Ridge wants you at the management meeting 10 minutes.
So Ridge has called a meeting. Anybody know what this is about?
You must be kidding me. He hasn't told you as well?
No.
Morning, everyone. Let's begin.
Before we do that, I just want to congratulate the team. Hope for the future sales are steadily rising. Profits accordingly, particularly in our Rodeo boutique. Continues to be our crown jewel. You heard me right. The Stephanie Forrester collection appears to be a success. Not only do we drum up a bunch of online interest, but also in store. That's another contribution from Wyatt.
I'll let him know that you think it's so great.
The Couture line is consistent, continues to be a major success in Europe, in Asia, and equally as strong right here in the red, white, and blue.
Rick, how does Couture compare to Hope for the Future?
There is no comparison, Rich.
What does that mean? It's apples and oranges?
No, actually, it's a different label. It gets sewn on the inside. It's a different feel. It's a different line.
And there's the problem, Rick. Brand identity. People gotta be looking at our company thinking that we have a split personality. It's not gonna work with our customer base. They're confused. I know we're committed to hope for the future, and I think that's great. It's fine. But it can't be its own little bubble. Do you mind? Here. On the left, you got couture. On the right, hope for the future. You see the difference, right? In color and contrast, light. Hope for the future looks like it's from a different design house altogether. It doesn't have the depth and the richness that couture branding has.
Okay, are you suggesting a new ad campaign?
With a different photographer.
What?
Oliver's got to go.
Why?
He's not cutting it anymore, that's why. And the product coming to the Paris office is superior. And that's why I'm closing down the photo studio here in LA, effective immediately.
Come in.
You wanted to see me?
So I'm sure you've been talking to Brooke. How is she holding up?
It's difficult, you know. RJ finally asked Brooke whether his dad was coming home, and well, she finally had to tell him the truth. I mean, not about the two of you being together, obviously, but that his dad wasn't going to be there. That must have been awful. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could have been worse. RJ's so mature and resilient, you know. After he heard the answer that he needed, he was actually the one reassuring Brooke. Well, he's a good kid. He is. I'm sorry, Donna. Yeah, Brooke's being really cynical. Yeah, actually, I don't even know if that's the right word. She's taking a long, hard look at herself, and she is not liking what she sees.
Well, maybe that's not such a bad thing. You know, the way she's lived her life, going from one relationship to another. Everybody's got to be alone sometimes. I'm sorry, I know that sounds really selfish. No, it doesn't. I just can't give him up, Donna.
I understand. You know what? This is a really challenging time right now, but we are going to get through this. We are. And in the meantime, I am so glad that you were this happy. I mean, you have been through so much, and nobody deserves it more than you do.
Thank you for standing by me.
You're my baby sister.
Bridget's meeting probably has started. It's a big one, but nobody knows that yet.
Why? What's going on?
He just has a very clear vision where Forrester is concerned. You know, what it should be and what it shouldn't be. And I don't think it's going to make everyone happy.
Why don't you have a seat?
I'll stand if it's all the same.
It is all the same, whatever makes you feel more comfortable.
Don't you think you're being a little bit hasty?
I've thought about this a lot. If hope for the future is going to sustain long-term, it has to be more of a natural extension of couture. It can't be its own entity. It can't be its own little bubble. Otherwise, these two lines can't benefit from each other. Oliver, you're a smart guy, right?
Yeah?
Have a look. What do you see? Now, I'll go first. On the left, you got couture. Timeless. On the right, hope for the future. Here today, tomorrow, who knows?
Wow, thanks for that.
Not attacking you. It's nothing to do with you. This is business. The photographers in Paris have done a great job.
You're saying I didn't?
What I'm saying is we're at an impasse here, crossroads. Kurt, help me out.
Creative differences.
Creative differences. That's it. So it's time to move on.
You're firing me?
Yes. But I know you believe in your talent, so I'm sure you'll find a job somewhere else.
Your company, your call. I'll pack my stuff, be out of here by the end of the day.
You are believable, you know that? Without consulting me or anyone.
I made it pretty clear why I did what I did.
I think you should reconsider.
Oliver is a part of the Forrester family. He's been here for years.
He's
He
a
doesn't just
professional
deserve to be
photographer. It
dumped.
happens all the time. It's business.
No, this ain't business. This is a vendetta. You are not CEO. I don't think I have to remind you or anyone else at this table. I oversee Hope for the Future, and I'm president of this company.
And that's the other reason I called this meeting today.
What happened?
What I predicted.
You got fired?
Thank you for your work. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
But why? You're a fantastic photographer.
I think your fiance said it best. Creative differences.
Different than what?
Ridge's vision for the company.
But it's Hope's line, and she's never shown that she
Ridge is
doesn't...
taking over. If the people in this company don't realize it yet, they will.
Ridge used to be CEO. You know, he's got a lot of management experience. He wants to use that knowledge to make Forrester more efficient.
Rick isn't gonna like that.
No, I don't imagine he will.
Is Rich gonna go after the presidency?
Ridge and Rick butting heads, it's inevitable. I guess I'm surprised it took this long.
Your tenure as president has been very successful, and you should be proud. But it ends here. I'm gonna lead this company forward.
You know, regardless of what you may think, Ridge, I am no seat warmer. I earned that position. I climbed that ladder rung by rung, and I've done nothing to warrant losing it.
Rick is incredible. Profits are up. Hope for the Future is performing better than it ever has.
Without any input from you, I might add.
You can't just walk in here and dismantle everything that everybody's put together this past year. This team, they have proven themselves more than once. And Rick, he's not Oliver. He is the president of Forrester Creations. You can't just arbitrarily fire him.
Honey, you have no idea what I'm capable of.
Oh, I'm beginning to see. But you're not going to steamroll my children. Hope for the Future's doing just fine. It doesn't need fixing. So your assessment is wrong. Hope and Rick, Caroline, Wyatt and Quinn, they rebuilt Hope for the Future. It was a dying line, and they built it to be more successful than it ever was. So I'm not gonna stand here and watch you tear down everything that they built. And that little coup that you think you're gonna pull off, that's not going to happen. Because you left here, Ridge. You didn't want anything to do with the LA office. And Rick, he earned the presidency on merit. You're not going to take it away from him.
I don't want to upset you, but this really has nothing to do with you.
Really? You really believe that? Eric, there can only be one president of Forrester Creations, correct? So who's it gonna be? Ridge or our son?